Ochei. I am the associate producer of the project, and I am here to introduce the short film Troublemaker to you. We have a few things that we took from this movie. So I'll just start. When I met you, we actually had spoken about documentary, and so I was pleasantly surprised when you talked about like a short film. So, what sort of inspired you to go into this genre of documentary and of short film making, that's feature film?
Okay, Ken, thank you very much for that question. And good evening, everyone, formally. Thank you for coming to watch this film and for being a part of this event. I've always been interested in storytelling in one form or another. But as a filmmaker, I started off about 10 years ago making documentaries. And I always said that was my genre. People would say, some people thought documentaries are really dry, or documentaries, it's too narrow, but I was happy in that space. And then earlier this year, I went on a course in London, a script writing course. And I did it just to kind of prove that I've still got it. I can still learn. I'm not too old to learn, you know? So I went on this course, and the tutor was so passionate about telling stories and finding ways to make stories come alive. And I just thought, you know, the exercise that began in the classroom, and I thought, what story can I tell? What story can I tell using this genre that is really going to not just be about entertainment? And I started writing, and this is what happened. And for me, it's a huge leap, because as a documentary filmmaker, I was more or less doing guerrilla style work. So I would go out, I would get the footage, then I would come back and shape the story around it. But this is totally different. You actually start with the script, and then you go and make the script become real. So it's a completely different ball game, very challenging, but really great experience as well.
Thank you so much for that. Yes, yeah, I mean, the idea of like documentaries being more about reality, and then fiction is like you're creating a reality. So, but you know, as a documentary maker, we now say that, you know, that aspect of shaping reality sort of influenced Troublemaker. So people say, like, is it biographical or what?
That's a really good question. A lot of people have asked me that right from when I said I wanted to make this film, because there are elements of the film that apply to me. You know, okay, I went to a film festival, you know, I was learning so many things, but it's not just to me. Anybody in film will find that there are elements of the film that they recognize, either for themselves or for other people. It's not my story. I have very little in common with Lara Williams. We're not even of the same generation, you know. But having said that, there are things that I have observed, because I'm a very observant person. So I see what is going on around me, and that shapes the stories that I tell, including this one. And anybody who's in the film industry will tell you that they have seen these things happen. They know people it has happened to, or it has happened to them personally. And, you know, I'm not talking about particular people, real people, but some of those characters are composites. It might be 3 people that I've met, and I combine them into a character. You understand? But at the end of the day, it's a work of fiction. It's from my fevered imagination, and it's not autobiographical.
I mean, like you said, some things we could relate to, because I don't know about anybody here, but at some point in someone's life, they face trolling, or I mean, I'm not a celebrity, so I maybe not trolling, but like bullying at some extent. So that's what that makes sense. And so I mean, I know that you've moved from documentary then now to short films. Next step for you, are we looking at a feature? Are we looking at like either something different? What's next for Ronke Macaulay?
Well, you know what? Let me first go and recover from this one because it's been a labor of love. I mean, it started, like I said, I started writing it earlier this year. And then we went into production in Lagos in July, I think it was it July, guys? Yeah, in July. And then in August, there was a second unit in Canada, and then into post with Blink Studios between August and now. So it's been ongoing, and I think I just really need to now focus on getting the film out there, because I didn't make the film just for you guys. The film is made to really go out there, and we're looking into distribution. We're looking into getting getting the film seen as widely as possible. So that will be the focus for the time being. But as to the next project, I think we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Oh, I'm sure we can't wait to. I mean, when you call us again for a very intimate screening, we will happily oblige and come. And so the final thing I would ask would be, I mean, given your background and everything that you have said, just for us that are teaching and also put that within the industry, what were some challenges that you faced during this entire filmmaking process, and how did you kind of overcome it, and what learning points can we take from that as people that were on the academic side, like for me, or people that are really in the industry to help us in the future?
Well, filmmaking itself is very challenging. Anybody who thinks it's easy, it should think again, because it really takes it out of you, both emotionally, financially, physically. It's quite tasking. But that's that sounds negative. It's not a negative thing overall. Overall, it's been very empowering to be able to tell this story. But the challenges in terms of actually making the film, in production. Now, first of all, I wasn't used to working with actors. Films that I've made have been with real people. So to have to make that leap, first of all, was finding the right actors for the film. I didn't even know where to start. I mean, I knew actors, but you don't just walk up to people and say, "Oh, I like you, come and be in my film." So there was a whole process of finding a casting director. The first one was a complete disaster, no names mentioned. It was all about the money. But I eventually found a casting director, Soji Jacobs of Lufodo. My God, what a human being. I begged him to come tonight. I wish he could have come, but unfortunately, he couldn't make it. He bent over backwards. There was nothing like percentage or fees or no. He literally worked with me remotely and came up with so many names, and that kick-started the whole process, and it just snowballed from there. So that was an initial challenge. At the end of the day, working with actors wasn't a challenge because we selected the right people. I mean, apart from the talent that they have, oh my God, as people, can we just give a round of applause for the actors? Because when you're in a production with someone who is not 100% sure of what she's doing, I'm not proud, I'll tell you the truth. I was just learning as I was going along with a lot of support. These guys really gave their all, and I'm so grateful. One of the major challenges I have to mention is that most of my films had not been made in Nigeria. Ghana, you name it. This was the first time I was working in Nigeria before we went to Canada for the second half. And the Nigerian scene, honestly, people will ask you, what's your budget? You want to hire somebody, instead of saying this is my rate, how long is a piece of string? So there was that battle to try and stay within, but to build a budget without much information, and to also make it work within that budget without it running away with you. That was quite stressful. But at the end of the day, we managed it. Locations, some of the locations were a bit dodgy. They just made life difficult. What else was a challenge? The rainy season. Don't shoot your film in July. Don't shoot your film in July. And then also being quite ambitious, as in having part of the film shot in Lagos and part of it in Canada. I did that because I wanted, Jimmy was an international figure. He was outside of Nigeria, and I wanted him to be shot in Canada. And so having to find a crew, I already knew who the actor was going to be. It was quite a challenge. But at the end of the day, again, I want to mention a name, Gbenga Salu. God just sends me these people. He's an angel in human form, as far as I'm concerned. Because he completely got it. He was very, very easy to work with, very flexible, and obviously very talented. Challenges were really, at the end of the day, not challenges at all, because we were able to overcome them.
Thank you so much, Ron. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for speaking. I have learned quite a lot, and I will take that back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay! Thank you very much for coming together. No, I think there's something flying in the air. Now, I've got a flute, so thank you very much. Okay, please a round of applause for Ronke. Thank you. Why the producer is T? Oh, Peaches.
So we're gonna have a conversation, and you're all going to be involved. So this is like call and response, right? I have really enjoyed myself. I really also benefited from the insights of producing this, putting this together, and the journey, which is very, very interesting. And while I was watching the film, I got thinking, this is what Nollywood is about, dog eat dog. Even in Hollywood, it's dog eat dog, And you must have seen a lot of actors, trying to bring down other actors, blah, blah, blah. So many stories. I also belong to, well, I would not say I belong to Nollywood, right? I was, before Nollywood, it unfolded before my very eyes, but some of us refused to join Nollywood way back. But that's not the story for today. While watching the film, there's quite a lot that's been going in my mind. Particularly, there's the current topic about, what's his name now? Very dark man. Trying to, I don't know whether he's trying to bring down this B-Lord and the rest of them and all that. And this morning, was it yesterday, he was also trying to bring down the Chinese guy, So this cyberbullying thing, it really resonates with what I read every day. So first of all, to those who can we give her a round of applause? We really capture it. And I also dare say that the script is wonderful. I can't believe that came out of a workshop. Are you sure that came out of a workshop? You did? Wow. I've got to get my students to come and learn from you. Right, so now, our superstar. Can you give us a bit of an insight into what's going on in Nollywood, for instance? Particularly relating to, I'll not say cyberbullying and all of that. Yeah. Can you take all of that into before we go to the audience?
First off, is this a safe space?
Yes.
It is a safe space.
I'm just kidding. I don't care. Nollywood is a very exciting space, and when I talk about Nollywood, it comes with a level of passion. Not because I have a stake in the industry, but because I was at some point when I was little in the industry, so I was exposed to a number of things. And it is unfortunate that the processes that you thought they would change, as you come up in the industry, hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed?
Hasn't changed. For the most part, it hasn't changed. What you just see now is better cameras, and this is because of the guys at Netflix and, the streaming guys when they came to Nigeria. So they had you need to shoot with a particular camera and all. So, but in terms of internal and how there's an ego problem in Nollywood, right? Everyone feels like everyone sees everything as a competition, and a very unhealthy one. So there's a need to want to do better than your other guy, which is life. But there's a need to not want to help your other guy because you feel like helping him would displace you.
All right, I'm gonna pick on that ego. I had a discussion with a friend of mine, professor, and we were arguing over power. And I said, the women in Nollywood, they hold the power, they could dictate to producers, And I said, hey, no. I said, when we trace it back, the marketers, the whatever, they held the power. In fact, I then told her that actually it's not even when you're talking about power, the people who hold power is the writer. They kill off characters. If you feel too big, they kill you off. Now, I want to ask you the same question. Did you have that, did you experience that when you were dealing with the actors? You know, did they show off like, oh, without me, you can't go on, I'm going to hold you off for like an hour before I come on set, blah, blah, blah? Or are you so lucky with the crop of actors you work with?
Honestly speaking, I had no problems with the actors. The actors were the first people on set.
Oh.
Yes, we gave a call time. They were there before us, and I'm normally very, very timely. They were there. They were calling. We're here. What happens next? I mean, we shot the whole. We shot the whole film, the Nigerian part of it, in 2 days. So it wasn't a long production, but during those 2 days, the actors were well behaved. They didn't give any
no
problems.
power tussle, no.
No, honestly speaking, and I have no reason to sugarcoat anything. I didn't have. The only issue that I have with an actor, actually, coming to think of it, was someone fell sick on the first day of shooting. At the end of the first, I didn't come back for the second day, and she still had a scene to shoot. So I had to rewrite. Oh my God! I just remember that I had to rewrite scene 8 completely.
Oh my God.
Yes, I sat down and I wrote it in 30 minutes. Gave it to the actors. It was Shammah. Remember that? Am I lying? Yes, we literally did. So I couldn't even watch them shooting certain scenes because I was rewriting. My hair went grey overnight. So apart from that, honestly, I didn't have any trouble with the actors.
You were so blessed.
I was blessed.
Remember the
blessed.
production you came to see in London? My production you came to see. Before we started the rehearsals, I told, I just left a note at the door. Please leave your ego at the door. Because I'm very brash. I don't care. I don't see superstars. I'm a superstar. And I had a lot. Yeah.
Yes,
Uncle B would say, stars are up there, you are down there. Who trained you? All right. So, but you're very lucky. But now I'm coming to you, the audience. Right. This issue about cyberbullying, about culture, what's it called? Cancel culture. Oh, that's a new one. I had to Google it so that I would sound professorial. Blacklisting and all of that. Can we get a volunteer to pass the mic around?
Yes, please.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, I think he's doing a very good job. Yeah, I like the guy, I like his energy. I think I'll cast you in my next film.
Yes, thank you. In London.
Right, thank you so much. Now, has anyone ever experienced, can anyone relate to what we saw in the film? Has anyone ever tried to put you down, despite the fact that you are just being you? Have you ever experienced it, particularly on social media? Yeah, but that's why I said it's a conversation.
Yes, please. This is a very safe space.
Yes, hang on, my brother. Very notorious for stampeding people. If you don't talk, the mic will come to you, and you must talk. So I give you the power, right?
Thank
Just
you very
stampede.
Thank you very much, man.
Would you please state your name, your age, your bank account?
Yes. I'm actually his wife, and he is kindly accurate. My name is Christopher, and I call her Sister Angel. She's actually Angel. And I want to congratulate all the actors in the movie. You did very great. I think the movie is going to go very far because the purpose of this movie is that the movie goes very far to other countries and all over Nigeria. And I think that it's a very good movie. And this is what is happening in the industry right now in Nigeria. A lot of people are not talking about this. So you're one in billions talking about this and putting the movie. And that is what is important, to make sure the industry that we're in is a better place and safe place. Like a star, like you called him, said, is this a safe place? We're living in a world right now that everybody thinks they're not safe. In the movie industry, you post things on the social media, and immediately you come on your post and they start bad-mouthing, saying bad things. And I'm like, how do you expect the industry to grow? How do you expect people who are talented, how do you expect them to express themselves? So this is very important that we put this movie out and make sure it has to go into that space where people have a safe space for entertainment, movie, and whatever hemisphere that we're working on to make sure that we are successful in life. I'm a musician, I'm a singer, a musician and a performer. And many times on my feeds, I make sure that I select people that can see my post. That is the turn I took to make sure that I'm safe. Because sometimes when you run an ad on Instagram, sometimes Instagram, the algorithms cannot control the people who come on whatever it is. Maybe it's a movie or something. You just see people from all over whatever. And they're attacking you and they're saying things. You're like,
So have you ever experienced that?
yes. So right now, yes. In fact, it's not just happening in Nigeria. It's a serious case that is happening somewhere. I just saw some people just said, you know what? The only people that is going to be commenting on whatever it is, our movies, our videos, are just the followers, and they're going to throw some people out because they're trolling and they're bullying, and psychologically, this is not good at all. It is not healthy. It's not a healthy environment for the people around.
All right, thank you.
This is very fantastic. A round of applause for everybody.
Thank you so much. Sorry, I just have to cut you short because I really want to learn a lot from Dawson. Now, coming back to you, and then integrity and all of that. You know, if somebody like very dark man comes on social media now and he's talking, everybody would want to believe him, and he's talking the truth and all that. Beyond them being a public figure and we give them all the support and a sort of credibility to whatever they say. Do you think there are some sort of personal personal I don't know what they say, fight. I'm struggling with the word. Like agenda. Not beef. Personal agenda. If you know what I mean. I want you to please say something about that. Particularly, no, you can use mine. Because that is a roving mic. So.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in Nollywood, I mean, shout out to the few who actually want to see the place grow. So nobody does it for themselves, for anybody. It's a selfish space. And it's just the truth. I've been opportunity to work with some very big people in the past and some very big names. And I've come to realize that whatever they sell to you in the public is not who they are. It's just a very nice Photoshop facade. It's not who they are. And as actors, you need to be sensitive, especially when you're working with certain filmmakers. I can be tempted to mention names because I mentioned names on my social media. So, and funny enough, some of them now, they pay people to troll me.
Okay.
I mean, I hear that,
Okay.
and I really do not care because the music industry went far because some persons came out to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And because there was a deliberate or intentional line to push culture for music. Now movies were very, everyone is scared. Actors are scared to speak out because you don't want to get blacklisted. So if you say something, you're like, they're going to cast me again, you're going to do that. And I get it, I totally understand it. But you can't continue to be like that. Because whether you do it or not, they will still blacklist you. That's the industry. I'm being very honest. And it's not like you need to, I don't want to forgive my French. Some people were kissing ASS and they still don't get the roles. You know what I'm saying? Like they still don't even figure you out. So at the end of the day, what matters to me, I tell people, is that whatever you're building for yourself, right? Some of these actors would use you. They use influencers. They will pack all of them in their film. You know when they say too much sugar and salt spoils the film? And they will go to December and give us one very facade number and tell us that they've done this thing at the box office. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah. I don't buy it. I will not buy it. It's not. I don't think it's possible at the moment. I think it's just to make the industry look good. But yeah, I just really hope that the younger ones, because my message, everything I'm doing is not for the guys who are there. Those ones, I'm particular about the ones who are coming. Because I'm young, but millennial, I'm not Gen Z. I'm young, but I grew up with some, historians of Nollywood. My uncle used to do face-to-face. I was in Super Story as a little child.
Face-to-face?
Yeah, face-to-face, AK Media. It's late now, by the way.
Alright, what's it?
But AK Media,
AK Media.
yeah.
Okay.
And I was a Super Story, All Father, All Daughter, for those who want it, if you remember.
You see?
And I wanted to make films. I went to film school, did everything. I was talking to Angel about it. I went to film school, came back to Nigeria, tried to co-produce a film, and I just saw actors being bougie, talking to the crew members anyhow, asking for Mary Kay makeup before you came. And someone would ask for a particular kind of water. I want this particular brand. If that's not gonna happen, I'm not gonna act. And I paid you your money. You understand? And I see producers also, you know, and I remember talking to Auntie Hilda the football, and she said that the producers are the problem. You're the ones that make these people feel like they're on top of the world. Yeah, you just find girls them anyhow, you know. But you need to understand that the way the industry works, right, it is beyond, your talent will speak for you regardless. I know actors who haven't done stuff and they're big today. I can tell you that categorically. And I know the ones who have done stuff, and they're still very bad actors. There are plenty. Yes. I can mention names, but you know, I'm not going to mention names.
Let me. All right. Okay, fine. I wasn't even going to go into you mentioning names and stuff. But you know the funny thing about all these actors is that, you know, before they even become this actor, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, they kiss.
ESS.
Thank you. That's how you say it.
That's how I say it.
I'm not a Gen Z, I'm a millennial, I am, I don't know, century ancestor. So we don't know about, yeah, I mean, I don't want to mention names, but I can tell you all your so-called superstars, I can tell you their history from beginning to who they are now, and then they raise shoulders, you know. But then when they raise shoulders, that's why I said the power belongs to the writers. I don't want to start naming years now. Then you so this man is old. We killed off characters on NTA programs. We just kill you off. You fell off the elevator shaft, and you're dead, and that's it. And then you come back in. But the so-called new Nollywood, and then everybody says, I don't believe in stars though. When I was also acting, I was a child actor. My name is Lukman, so you go and Google it. All right, but I don't believe in all of that. I'm a producer now. I'm coming back to all of you. Seek the service of a social media influencer to promote anything, maybe your program or your product or whatever. And I have a reason why. Has it ever worked?
Well, I've never tried him, but I think
Well, I mean, this is a general question to all of you. Has it ever worked? Student knows, but I hear people talk about please, student, please come to my aid. Please publicize.
Well, for the entertainment industry, it's been working. When Tunde posts, it's like, oh, Tunde, no, don't post me. Oh my God, I don't know how many people have seen this video now. I believe that people are going to see it, producers are going to see me and probably reach out to me. It is not a guarantee that producers will reach out, but there's a high percent of chances that you get to those producers.
Okay, fine. That's what I want to hear. Yes, the next lady. But before then, this is a question for you, right? As much as, you know, the social media influencer would bring you results, at the same time, they can cancel you.
Yes.
You know that. Yes. I want you to talk about that.
Good evening, everybody.
Please, your name, ma'am.
My name is Shammah Agah. My name is Shammah Agah. My bank account is very dry. Trusting God for a miracle. Okay, so I just wanted to buttress something that she said. I think the times are changing, and currently, one of the greatest tools that we have, even though there's been a lot of negativity from it, and there's also been, sorry about that, there's also been a level of positivity from it as well, is the social media. And it will be a little bit funny if we totally downplay the part that social media plays and the influencing that comes from it. Speaking about Tunde Ednut, I remember the first time I ever had massive following. There was a scene that I had done in a film with Dami Okolamu, and it was just a funny scene of some girl, she didn't know that the woman was her boyfriend's mother. She thought he was doing some, it was just a very funny and, you know, a very funny scene, but it was a very good scene. And I remember I was filming, and I was holding my phone, and I was just saying, groom, 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 groom. I'm like, what's going on? But I needed to finish what I was doing. And then I opened my phone, and then I saw that Tunde Ednut had posted that particular scene, and he had tagged me, right? And that was the first time. I mean, of course, I've been having followings. I've been doing a couple of jobs, and people started to. But that particular time, within 2 days, I had at least 3,000 extra followers from his page. So I'm just saying that because the generation we are in right now and the people who are flooding the social media, they look up to these people, and it's so funny because if you have not experienced it, you would say, what are these people actually doing? Why are they wasting their time? Why are they, But I'm just trying to say that I've been there, and I have seen that sometimes these people can actually influence certain affairs or certain things that happen in that social media space.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you very much. Yes, we're going to come to you, although they told me I have very limited time, just quickly. And since you're holding on to the mic, the question for you, because you want to say first. So have you ever been, trolled, they call it trolled, on social media, relating to what you saw? But yeah, carry on with your contribution, but if you can take on that question as well, fine. If not.
Okay. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. Just like
your name, please.
I am Olasunkanmi Olowu. So just like Shammah said, times are changing. I do not think the problem is filmmakers or business men and women contacting influencers to promote films or their works for them. That is not the problem. Because since time immemorial, we've always had a form or a way of marketing, PR, advertising. We've always done it. The Yoruba people would say, that means advert is the aid for you to sell your market. Now, one thing I say always is, if you really care about making money in Nollywood, you make a good film. Because a good film is going to stand the test of time, and it's going to have a rewatch value 10 years to come, 100 years to come. So the problem is not contacting influencers. Contact whoever you want, as long as you make a good film, put out a good stuff. If you can, it's just like you owning a telecommunication company, and you can use hundreds of millions to run an advert. That is not the problem. Run the advert. Just make sure your network is good. So let your product be as beautiful as your marketing. And have I ever been trolled?
I know that young lady who has been trolling you. Hey, I know I've been following you too.
Sorry.
You want to tell us here?
One I don't want to mention, but one that stuck with me, and I think is part of my motivation, was early last year I took my content creation very serious, and I've forgotten what I posted, and somebody just called me a failed content creator and a failed actor.
Sorry, say that again.
The person called me a failed content creator and a failed actor. Okay. I didn't reply, and just because of that, he came to my DM and was just insulting me and was saying everything he could. So I figured he wanted attention. He wanted attention and all. I replied, not that day. I think I replied this year. One of my content was nominated for AMVCAs, and I went to reply to him that I think you can see that. So it's one of those things.
Thank you, Gary. But Dawson here has a different view about good film making good.
Sorry, I don't think we do right. So
Yeah.
So maybe when you say good, you mean like Ronke doing films. That's what you mean by good. But good film.
Tell him the politics behind it.
Okay, that's not what you mean. Like, I mean, good films don't make, because the distributors will not distribute your good film.
Yeah.
Why? Because the market, according to them, the market will watch it.
Yeah.
So that's why, if you notice, I was really excited for Film 1 this year when I saw the Q4 slate. I saw Variety, I saw Three Cold Dishes, I saw Colors of Fire by me. And I'm like, okay, this is different. It's not the usual. We're used to Tony, Funke, for the most part. Now they're
December is coming.
December is coming.
So, good films, yeah. The best film I've seen this year is called Blackout by Okoye.
Oh yeah, Blackout.
Featured what's her name? We had Blossom, Guido KK, and what's her name? It's very amazing Nollywood actress. She's been around for a while. That's the best film I've seen this year.
Okay.
And that film went to Film 1, and Film 1 told them they can't distribute it. So forget it. Good films don't.
Yeah, but you know, those who kill good films, the aggregators, the gatekeepers, they kill it. And it's like labor of love. What Angel Work has done is beautiful. As a matter of fact, we're having a conversation. We're taking it to my university in London. We're going to screen it and have this same conversation. Please, a round of applause for her. It's really beautiful. Now, the last question, because they'll be signaling to me to say, oh, you promised to, put credits in people's bank account. When I ask you on your bank account, you refuse, so you're not getting any credit.
So you've not asked me.
Well, I know you now. I know your bank account. So, what do you hope to get from this film, from this docu film? You know, what's your aim? What do you hope to achieve from shooting this?
Well, the story was in me and now it's out. And I wanted to reach as many eyes as possible. And I've just been fortunate with all my films. They've had, people ask me, is it on Netflix? I just smile. They've never been on Netflix, but they have reached, politicians in the US. We've done Black History. We've done premieres in South Africa. I want the film to go as far as possible on different platforms and to reach as wide an audience. You mentioned students. We're going to be on, well, don't let me preempt anything, but let's just say that I would like the film to go as far as possible and to have a reach greater than my previous films.
Sorry, sir. I have a question.
Right.
Quickly.
Okay. You want me to answer?
Yes.
I'm the one asking questions.
No, but yeah.
All right, go ahead. I'm just joking.
From different perspectives.
I'm joking, yeah.
Where do you draw the line between commercial movies and educative movies? Troublemaker, to me, is one short film that I will take for film festivals. And I don't see it as a commercial movie. I don't know. But where do you draw the line for actors to star in commercial films and other films? Because recently I'm in a script writing conference and this question was being brought up about we're paired into two groups and we were asked to create a script of 10 minutes, and the kind of script we brought in was comedy. Then another group brought in a movie about the Niger Delta and the oil spillage and everything. Now, the moderator said if he had money, he would give it to our film because it is a commercial film. You understand? So where do we now draw the line between these commercial films being good films, or are they really good commercial films?
All right.
And the educative films?
I think I got you. I'm just going to answer very briefly. You need to make both the commercial film and the, what do you call it, educative film. If you look at the film industry in America, in France, in Germany, or whatever, you see that they have to make them for us to grow. And I'll tell you what, I watched one film, I don't know if you've ever seen it, 12 Angry Men. It was the most boring film ever in the world. And I was asking, why did they make the film? At the end of the day, I knew why they made it. You understand? And I watched some French film that it's not supposed to be out there, but they have to make it. And then when you're talking about commercial film, you need to make the commercial films as well for the film industry to survive. For you to, there's what they call the pop culture, the pop film. Sorry, gentlemen, I would like them to see. So again, to answer your question, it's all about the business of film. Now you're taking me back to my university days. The business of filmmaking. All right? Just like we talked about December. All the cinema houses, they want to make... Now, by the way, it is not Funke that is making the 1 point something billion, no. It's the cineplexes. she would only get maybe 20-30%. You're a filmmaker, so you know. Do you understand? So they would readily. So, and sometimes they'll tell you, oh, it's comedy we want. It's comedy people want. And that's a commercial one. And then you go, and all that. All right? So, again, to answer your questions, you need to make, like the film she's made, they are also pedagogic. You need to make them to teach. So this, your film can be used in coursework. Lecturer Ronke, right? Nkem. Correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm saying is, this sort of film, you use it in classrooms to teach, to generate discussion, to generate content. And I'll tell you why. I was involved in Lola Fani Kayode's Facing Facts. And that film, in fact, it was one of the first, if you call it Nollywood film, is it not? Yeah, Nollywood film, it passes, right? And it was used in the US to lecture, it was used all over the place to lecture. So you need to make such film to educate, to break the social conscience, and then at the same time, you want people to just laugh off their worries and spend money. I'll stop at that. The next question for him.
I think I just have one last thing to say. I think in all, I would just like to say this to the young filmmakers here. You all need to come together and collaborate to make your stuff, right? Now, whatever the cinemas, I mean, I was talking to Julia Ibrahim the other day, and she said that the cinemas told her the kind of films to make.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing now. So they'll tell you, oh, this is the kind of films that sell. This is what you should make. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Where the distributors started to create what to make.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you guys this. You guys to come together. If you're a writer, actors, come together and make something. I don't know if you've seen Anora. Who knows Anora here? Anora won at the Oscars. Now, it was done by not so popular actor, not so popular actresses. He got the best film, best director, I think best actress, a number of stuff in the Oscars. And that's a big deal for them. It might not be a big deal for us, because whenever I say, they'll be like, we don't need the Oscar, we don't need the Oscar, and I just laugh at Nigeria. But the thing is, you guys come together, make something. Make something. Make something that is different. It's okay for you to want to star in the big guys' film. It's good for you, it's going to put you out there. You know, but at the end of the day, what people will remember you for are the films that you've done that made impact. That's what people are going to remember you for. And that's what's going to take you from Africa to outside Africa. And I'll stop by saying this. Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, right? It's being done by A24. A24 is an American company.
Yeah.
And guess who's going to play Okonkwo?
Idris Elba.
Oh, okay.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
You know what it means? They don't rate us.
Yes, sir.
And they don't rate us.
Yes, sir.
And John Gbenga said this when he came.
No.
He said, they don't rate us in Hollywood.
No, but Dawson, no, Dawson. I remember the conversation. Okay.
John Gbenga said, because I was there. He came for our first last year. We had a conversation, and he was talking to Nollywood producers and actors. He told them to their faces that you guys have serious egos. I'm like, how did this guy know? He's not even in the industry. And he said that they don't rate you guys in Hollywood because you guys are doing like you have done one or two films like this. Nobody can talk to you anymore.
Exactly, yeah, superstar.
And you go to your IG profile, Nollywood, actor, whatever. It's good, I like it. But the thing is, we all need to drop the ego.
Yeah.
Collaborate. Look at what Kiki did with Ginger. Kiki, Bisola, WT. And that is the kind of collaboration that we need. Enough of this trying to suppress someone because you don't want them to pass you. I have stories for days, but see, let's just move. Okay, God will help us.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. Please put a hand together for our beautiful panel. Put a hand together for Mr. Davola, Mr. Lookman, and our wonderful executive producer, Madam Ronke. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. No, I need that energy. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Put your hands together for yourself. Okay, so at this point now, our producer is going to give us the vote of thanks.
Right, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I'm actually, on behalf of myself and my co-executive producer, who's not here, she lives in London, Nananikeji. I want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you for coming today and for being so invested in this film. There's so many demands on our time and energy, but you have all been consistently supportive. And some people that I just reached out to a day or two ago are here. I don't want to start mentioning names, but you know yourselves. A special thank you to our amazing team who put this together today. Victor Ojelabi, our media guru. Victor, are you here? Thank you, Victor. DJ Chance, our sound boss, right here in front. God bless you, bro. Thank you so much. He's the reason why we have a mic today, or 2 mics. Our super hosts, Nananikeji. You know, you have to teach me how to say that properly. Nananikeji. Issa, beautiful Nananikeji, and Leopatrick Ike, my favorite actor. I finally admitted it. Okay. To my darling associate producer, she didn't explain how much work she did on this film. She didn't even go into it, but she knows. Fumnanya Ochei, where are you, Jen?
I think she stepped out.
Okay, she stepped out. And to our fantastic moderators, Nkem, Agah, and Dr. Lukman Sanusi, thank you so much. Big brains, beautiful people. And last but not least, our extraordinary special guest, who is somebody that I have just recently started following on social media. If you're not following him, please follow him. He'll blow your mind. Dami Dawson. Thank you so much. So before we close, I'd like to ask our star actor Shammah Agah to please step down. Come on, Shammah, come down here, babe. She carried the film. I mean, the actors were all great, but Shammah was in every scene. Come down here, sweetheart. She's also in.
Hello, my name is Leopatrick, Nnubia, and I play the character Stylist 2 in the short film The Troublemaker. So watch out for the Troublemaker, else you're looking for my trouble.
Troublemaker!